Okay. Over the past few weeks, I've been showing contradictions. Mostly from America, mostly from... Oh, well, look, it's always media and politics. Always. Even the so-called alternative media. After today, I don't know if David Dyke will ever go back on Redacted. He's pretty choosy on people that piss in his pocket. I do know that. The phrase speaks with a forked tongue means to say one thing and mean another, or to be hypocritical, or act in a duplicitous manner. Duplicate. Two different minds. Two different actions, to say one thing and do another. In the long-standing tradition of many Native American tribes, speaking with a forked tongue has meant lying, and a person was no longer considered worthy of trust. Once he had been shown to speak with a forked tongue, this phrase was also adopted by Americans around the time of the Revolution, and may be found in abundant references from the early 19th century, often reporting on American officers who sought to convince the tribal leaders with whom they negotiated that they spoke with a straight and not a forked tongue. As, for example, President Andrew Jackson told the Creek Nation in 1829. According to one 1859 account, the native proverb that the white man spoke with a forked tongue originated as a result of the French tactic of the 1690s in their war with the Iroquois of inviting their enemies to attend a peace conference only to be slaughtered or captured. As you can see, Andrew Jackson used the expression in 1829, which is well before television and even radio. Bloody hell. There's a graph. Dating back to pre-1700. I don't know, 1740s, I'm going to say 78. To be honest, with little effort, I'm also certain one would be able to find reference to at least one very similar phrase within the King James Version Bible too. Maybe even in the first book of Genesis with the serpent and all. And he comes with a double-edged sword, sharpened sword coming out of his mouth. Words that cut both ways. Smite and truth. Revelation chapter 1. Politics. Politics. So they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That does not mean that you can serve two masters. Do as the Romans do within God's law. If it goes against law, then it's not law. It's legislature. It's the doctrines of men. And the doctrines of men have nothing to do with law and only control to keep the hierarchical structure in the order that it's in. They have to stir the stew. You see, there's an old saying, who was it? I can't remember who said it. Society is like a stew and must be stirred up regularly so that the scum doesn't rise to the top. I think we're witnessing a stirring. Once it's stirred up enough, who's going to know where the scum is? It's just all going to be mixed in, isn't it? Mulligan. Start off with a fresh slate. Now, there was two types of fresh slate, isn't there? There's the sneaky one, you know. And nobody's seen you take the stroke, so you don't count it. Golf is definitely a gentleman's game, isn't it? When you think about it, it's either a gentleman's game or a really sly bastard's game. Do you lie to your mates? I've seen that stroke. No, it's just a practice swing. You're only lying to yourself.